Now we have a company called Cytonn, which offers money market fund, and the interest is crazy. It is 18% at the moment and the highest in the industry. Why is it the highest? Now we're going to look at the review of the company, their products, and why you should or you should not invest with the company, especially in the money market fund. And before you go further, these are the basic details. Cytonn Investment was formed after the owner, I think you know the owner, Edwin, moved from Britain. They started Cytonn, and initially their work was about real estate. And after forming the company, they pulled resources from investors and started investing in the real estate. So investors were getting 18% interest, the same as the interest they are paying investors of money market fund. Now, after paying them for 3 years, more investors came until now they reached 4,000, and the total amount was 14 billion. Now that amount disappeared. Now Cytonn, up to now, they have a case with Capital Markets Authority and also the government and the investors. They want their money. So more than 4,000 people have not recovered their money. Now let's come to money market fund. In their money market funds, the minimum investment is 100,000 shillings, the highest in the industry. 100,000 shillings. You know, something like CIC, minimum investment is just 5,000. Most companies have their minimum investment 100 shillings or 1,000 shillings. But Cytonn, it is 100,000 shillings. Additional investment is 10,000 shillings. And you cannot add less than 10,000 shillings. So they have just put their own class. And this one is targeting people who have money. Watu wako na pesa. So not small fish. So that is why they have put it at 10,000 and minimum investment and 1,000. Now, once you invest that minimum investment, you cannot withdraw your money until 3 months are over. You have to wait until 3 months are over so that you can request for withdrawal. And for those ones who are living in abroad, especially USA, minimum investment is $1,000. Minimum additional investment is $1,000. Once you invest, you wait for 3 months, then you can start withdrawing. But then they have their own restrictions. Now, looking at those facts, you can see that Cytonn is not for the small fish. It is targeting high net worth individuals and the upper middle class, because clearly a small fish cannot afford 100,000 initial investment. Now the question mark comes because of the money people lost in the real estate. And if there's a question mark and your company has got a case, even if it's not related to this product, then people will fear. In order to attract more investors, what Cytonn has done, it has ensured that the interest is very high. It's 18%. And recently I told you the interest for Stanbic Bank is around 11-10%. CIC is around 11-10-12%. And most of these stable institutions, the interest is not even beyond 13%. And I warned you that if you see the interest is above 17%, you have to be very, very careful. If it's more than 17%. So for Cytonn, what you'll do is that you can invest at your own risk. I'm not saying that you lose your money. You might earn that enormous interest, but you have to be very careful. When you invest, you don't invest for a long period of time. You invest for something like 6 months, you withdraw your money, you start again, so that even if you lose your money, you cannot lose a lot of money. And that is for people who are targeting that high interest rate. You see, if you invest 1 million, interest of 18%, it means for 6 months you can get something like 90,000, which is not bad. But you remember there's a tax of 15%. But what I'll encourage you, if you are investing, don't invest in a company. Don't go for a company where we have a court case. Any court case. If the CEO has a court case, if the company has a court cases involving investments and investors, then there are question marks. But you can invest. You can, investment is all about taking risks. But huwezi jipeleka kwa kichinjio ukiona. So what you do, invest for a short period, withdraw your money, make use of the interest, and move on. But this one is not for investing for 10 years, for 20 years from now. If you want to invest for long period, you can do so with very stable companies like CIC, Olumucho, Stanbic Bank. You can go Standard Chartered, Madison. There are so many other alternatives. And always ensure that you withdraw your no, for example, Cytonn, if 3 months are over, try to withdraw even a small amount and see whether you are allowed to withdraw. You might find that your money is locked and you cannot withdraw for 2 years. But generally, you have to be very careful. And for those ones who have invested in Cytonn, of course, I've talked with many. I have a friend who was not able to withdraw for up to 4 years, and others have been withdrawing. So it depends on individual experience. Now, if you have invested, you can just comment below and tell us your experience. And if you want to invest, then you have to be very, very careful. Especially real estate. It's a very dangerous investment. So just give us your opinion, and also you can subscribe to get more information.